Since the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, it feels like we have encountered almost every possible type of enemy you could imagine. For instance, we had Moro, a new character with the ability to absorb energy. Despite his similarity to Cell in achieving his full form through 3 transformations, he was the classic type of villain the heroes would ultimately defeat to save Earth. Before him, we faced someone who had associated with the gods and trained under the Supreme Kai of Universe 10, only for his deep-seated hatred for the Saiyans to consume him, driving him to travel through time to erase Goku and his friends. Then came the Tournament of Power, which offered us thrilling battles that weren't driven by pure evil. Instead, we saw characters with all sorts of different personalities, some sly and tricky, others honest and filled with a sense of justice. After that, we were introduced to Granola, who wished to become the strongest in the universe. Before discovering his true past, he eventually became friends with Goku and Vegeta. And finally, the Red Ribbon Army made a comeback, and we witnessed a fully realized version of the android Cell Max. With this, it seems we have experienced all the possible storylines involving Moro's enemies. There is nothing left that feels exciting or any intense battle that would captivate us. In my opinion, rehashing Goku's fight with Frieza would be just a repeat of the Namek arc. Now I believe it's time to dive into the world of gods, angels, the Grand Priest, and all the characters who have remained untouched in the story so far. Frieza should utilize his new power, and Toyotaro should create a brilliant scenario that immerses us in new forces and a new world. And this point is exactly what I want to discuss with you today. My predictions for the upcoming events in Dragon Ball Super. First, we should understand that Frieza doesn't seem overly concerned with Goku and Vegeta at this point of the story. We all saw how he is fully aware they pose no threat to him for now, which is why he didn't bother to kill them in their last fight, despite the opportunity. My expectation is that Frieza has shifted his plans and is no longer interested in dominating morals in Universe 7. His current target is bigger. He is aiming for Beerus. And even if Frieza somehow found a way to kill him, the issue lies in the fact that the other gods and angels, including Whis, wouldn't allow such an act like this to see the light, as it would disrupt the cosmic order. There is no successor lined up for Beerus in Universe 7 yet, and we can remember how in the last chapter, Whis asked Beerus on his opinion on Beast Gohan being a candidate for the God of Destruction role. Beerus, without hesitation, said, "No chance." So the question lies on how Frieza could act right now. And this is where it gets interesting. Imagine Frieza would secretly form an alliance with others who resent Zeno's childlike personality and want someone with greater wisdom and maturity in charge to rule them. I can see some gods and their guides share this view. I mean, just remember how Zeno started the whole Tournament of Power just because Goku proposed it. Don't you think someone with this reckless mentality could rule the world? Now, after forming the alliance, they need to hide their meetings and plans from other angels and gods. They would need to find a place beyond the reach of the angel stuff's detection. Perhaps a secret realm? Maybe something like a pocket dimension, or a place beyond space-time itself. In there, they can plan their first operation, which might involve kidnapping Zeno and using him as a leverage to threaten all the angels, including the Grand Priest. And here where Goku and his friends gets involved in the plot. Since we know that he has a connection with Zeno, once Goku learns his friend is in danger, he would team up with the strongest warriors of Universe 7 that we have seen recently. Piccolo with his orange transformation, Gohan with Beast, Broly controlling his power, Vegeta in his Ultra form, and Goku with the Ultra Instinct. All of them would attend the emergency meeting called by the Grand Priest. Just imagine the scene. We'd get to know the other angels, gods, and many new characters in depth. Something that unfortunately we only got a glimpse of during the Tournament of Power. We want Toyotaro to take his time fully developing a new world. Something fans will remember. Something separate from Toriyama's legacy and the older generation. We want him to create his own era and adventure, before eventually passing it on to a new creator in the future. allowing this great series to be inherited across generations. Now returning to the story, as I mentioned, Black Frieza with his new power will undergo training himself, possibly alongside rogue angels who have joined him. In this way, he could learn how Ultra Instincts work and perhaps even discover secrets of the technique weak points only angels know but never reveal to anyone. So here is how I see the arc playing out. In the first part of the arc, the focus would be on introducing us to the world of gods and angels, giving us a glimpse into the intricate hierarchy and mysterious past of this divine being. Imagine learning more about Beerus's family, uncovering secrets about his and Champa's origins, and discovering who their father is, the one who brought them into existence and appointed them as gods of destruction. We would dive into the rulers' backstory, exploring the order they maintain, the challenges within this divine hierarchy, and the flaws in their system. All of this would be secretly studied by Frieza and his faction of rebel angels and gods who seek to uncover the weaknesses of the celestial order. And as they study this system, they would look for any weaknesses they could exploit to enact their plan to kidnap Zeno. Maybe they would discover that once a year there is a moment when Zeno is left alone in a closet room where he takes his space and play or do stuff he enjoys. A tiny gap in security that they could take advantage of. Or the gods have a ceremony day where they spend most of their days celebrating. And in this special day, no one does his job and everyone rests, including the guards. An opening they can take advantage of would be the key for Frieza and his allies, setting their daring plot in motion. In the second part of the arc, after Zeno is taken hostage, we would see how the Grand Priest reacts, negotiating and strategizing to save his lord. The stakes would be incredibly high, as he would be forced to make sacrifices and compromises to rescue Zeno and maintain the order of the universes. The story will build up tension and drama, with each decision having the potential to change everything in the cosmos. This would make for intense, thrilling events that would keep everyone hooked. Now, to bring back Dragon Ball Super's glory among fans, why not release new chapters every 15 days? With the faster pace and exciting events I have just mentioned, the series could reclaim its place at the top, outshining every other manga. Toyotaro has everything he needs to secure his legacy alongside his mentor, Toriyama. So what do you guys think of these predictions? If you have your own expectations, share them in the comments. Also, let me know what you want to see in the next arc. If you enjoyed this video and Dragon Ball content in general, subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming videos. See you later. Peace out.